Hey, 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 what's up, everybody? GG is back, finally! I tell you, but right now, I can barely lift my arms. Oh, yeah. Hope everybody enjoyed their long weekend, and then, of course, yesterday I ended up going to the doctor, and I ended up getting 2 shots in each shoulder for with cortisone for the torn rotator cuffs, so... Yeah, they got back the results and everything, so there's a bunch of bursitis, a little bit of damage, and arthritis now, too. So, oh, great, lovely. Flip. Oh, well, what can you do? Hey, Malachi, Spanky, thank you so much for being in here. Yeah, I'm just reading through some of your comments here. Long story short, guys, yeah, I received the code on, I believe, Sunday. And unfortunately, the code that I got was just for a playtest. So I reached out to the developer. Developer reached out to his FreeMind guy who sent me the code. And they found out that, oh, geez, right now, the way that the game was set up, if everybody were to jump into it at that time for all the influencers, they'd be only playing the playtest. So they had to make a quick change. Oh, shoulders. Gotta not be so animated. But anyway, yeah. Before we forget, guys, you've got about 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Get your drinks, get your snacks, get your butts in the comfiest positions so we can kick back, relax, unwind, and enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you very much for all those who've been subscribing to lately, helping us get us ever closer to the 2,500 goal. Okay, that blurb out of the way. Anyway, Sunday, reached out to the developer. We got into the conversation of, you know, this isn't working. Him, the FreeMind guy, they got it all figured out. And so they got the game going out, and that started the relationship that I now have with the developer, Rubens. Great guy so far. I'm guessing it's a guy. I'm gender guessing. I'm sorry. But yeah, cortisone shot. Yeah, I'm bruising. That's how it feels here. Yeah, so I've had a few questions and things like that. I've thrown out a little bit of feedback to the developer. Basically... My goal right now is to try to get every level that's available in game 100% playable. Now, I got the first 4 are now perfect. Now, there are some little back end, little tiny little bitty things, nothing that is game breaking that need to be tweaked and all that type stuff. But that's what the early access is all about. I'm trying to get it to the point that when it does come out in early access, what we have is enjoyable and completely playable. So that's where I'm going with, guys. So yeah, I've been working really close with the developer. I've been putting more games into this. I've spent more time at the computer than I should have, but with my shoulders, there's really not much I can do except for to put my arms on the desk and just kind of let them just like take the weight off my shoulders. So it's been a good and a bad thing. My legs are kind of killing me, but I got my heating pad wrapped around the belt around my legs. So let's just do it. Let's jump into the game here, folks. Now, as always, no in-game music because, well, copyright strikes suck. So I'm just going to get our music playing here in the background. Maybe just turn it down just a wee little bit. So it's just barely there. All right, there we go. Okay, so we need to go to first, my settings. Okay, so with my computer, the i7-4770K 1080 Ti, my graphics are set to 1920 by 1080 because I only have a 144 megahertz gaming monitor at the 1080. Ultra quality, full screen windowed, VSync off, motion blur off. Audio, music all the way down. Master, we'll check on sounds and everything else that comes out. Oh my goodness, Streamlabs even showed up today. Reaper, how you doing? Who was Simulator had a brand new update? Who was Numerator, Go Over Simulator, Korean, Corn, and 1? I'm not sure which simulator had another update. I know that Construction Simulator had one. There's been a few. I probably got like 130 different simulator games. Moving forward, quality I have as high quality gameplay. I have my mouse sensitivity there, hold to use turned on, or turned off, sorry. I love that. So now you just click the mouse button once and the water stays running. Blood censored, I do have it on because we're on stream today. And of course, language, English, of course. All right, so we're going to accept those. Oh, something I didn't mention, water, I have it on high. If I put it on ultra, I get a bit of a slideshow. Now, I do know that the developer is trying his best to make sure that anybody who has a 1070 or better is able to play this game. So there is going to be some tweaks and back end to that. So for now, folks, if you're noticing that your FPS isn't staying over 60 when the pools are filling and lowering, just change your quality here in the water, but it has to be done from this start menu here, just the main menu. If you're in game and go to settings, it's not available in there. All right, moving forward, let's jump into it. Let's start a new game. And yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. School Bus Simulator 2021, how to bring you a plate. Oh, no, I haven't played those ones, my friend. Yeah, I have not played those at all. All right, our first mission, Neighborhood, Part 1. This is basically the tutorial. Hi, this is from Tommy Quaker. I would like to inquire about your company's services. Spring is just around the corner and my pool is still unclean from winter. I need a complete algae removal and water disinfection with chlorine. Chlorine tablets. Float and water control system are in my shed next to the pool. Oh, and if you have some free time, I'd like you to do one more little thing, seeing I'm a big rubber duck fan. Unfortunately, my kids have lost some of my best rubber ducks from my collection. If you see any in the yard, just put them in the basket and I'll give you something extra if you find them all. Yours faithfully, Tommy Quaker. Alright, so in order to do this mission, we have some tasks. We need to have sponge, pressure washer, and container chlorine. You can first pick these all up from here. So we got container chlorine. We got our pressure washer. Now you notice, wait a minute, there's no sponge here. Well, if you go over to your inventory, you can see the sponge you already own. Now if you click on this orange little trash icon, guess what? You are selling it for $10 and then you'll have to buy it back from the store. I made that mistake. So grab from a corner and drop into the locations that start wiggly wiggly. There you go. Tells you how to do it. Then you go back to your mails. Now that you have all the equipment necessary, you just choose accept. You're tuning in to see if it played right through. Well, I wouldn't say that he's just not the brightest bulb. It's just that a lot of the time, us creators don't, especially streamers, we go in completely blind. Now, when we first start looking at things, we start having our own little bit of expectations. That's why I like seeing on here the directed gameplay on these like loading screens. Like right now, we could have a little pop-up saying, you know, to find such and such, follow such and such, you know, just to give the player guidance direction. Okay, so we have tasks to do in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have to empty the pool, clean the pool, fill the floater, put the floater in the pool, and bring back your tools to the van, and an optional 15 ducks to collect. So it's follow the tutorial here a little bit. You know, use your mouse to look around. Then it's going to tell you use your tab key to open up the message. So this is how you can see what you're doing. You can use WASD to move around. Use your shift to run and control for crouch. 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 It's right there. Tells you how to use it. There's a reason for it. I'll show that to you guys later on. So now we got to empty the pool. We got to find the water control system. Should be near the pool. Right here. Got a handy little dandy little arrow telling you to go ahead. Press the activation key, which in my case is letter E. Start cleaning. Oh, here we go. We got to go get a sponge, it says. Oh, look at the little ducky. There's our first floater we got to clean out, ladies and gentlemen. But wow, that I just love the graphics, especially when it sucks down. Like, oh, what's the name of that movie? Abyss or something like that, when they came out with like that Terminator 2 kind of graphic thing, you know, where the water's like alive. Oh, I just love it. So good. Okay. Anyway, back down to the game. Karsten, how you doing? How you doing? We're having some chill times today. All right, so we can use the sponge to clean, and you can even use it to bat the duck around. Now the sponge, I find, is pretty awesome on flat surfaces, but you gotta be careful. As the levels move on, you'll find that you have to move slower with the sponge and like to do more like of a deep clean type of thing. It's not a matter of how many times you go over it. It seems to be it's a matter of how slow you go over it to how deep the clean's going to be. And yeah, just go back and forth with it. Eventually you'll get another pop-up that says, hey, use the sprayer. But the sponge is, I find, a little bit faster on the flat parts. Now on the side parts and that, I don't find it to be as effective. See, now it says try using a pressure washer now. Let's go grab the pressure washer. You're getting the sandblaster? Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Here we go. Right here. Now with the press to hold turned off, now you can just tap it. It's great. Look, Ma. No hands, and it's working. I love that. And with my lovely mouse, I'm capable of slowing down my DPI, or changing my DPI so that my movements are slower so as not to hopefully get you folks ill. Now that's twice I've been pushed off that edge magnetically. I don't know what... Oh, and I kicked the chair around. But I don't know why. I always seem to get pushed off on that one edge. Get pushed off into the pool. Don't like it. So yeah, anyway, as I was saying about Dre there, I'm just, you know, he's probably just hasn't had the time and experience. See, there we go. We hear the ding. That means that our upper rim is now clean. Let's clean off these little ports. You can hear the little ding. There we go. Another one. Another one. And finally, there we go. So up in the top left, you can see that it's you still have your task list, as well as you have your percentages for the job done. Now that is the full complete job. That's not just like, say, the section of the pool or whatever that you're working in. So you got to keep an eye on that. So the 29% is your overall. The bar, that is what you look at for what completion you are on for what you're working on at the time. So in this case, we are about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each section's 20. So we're about 76% of the way finished. Of completely cleaning the just the pool area itself. Okay, let's do a bit of a crouch. There we go. Now there is a threshold basis for that as well. So as you can see, we got about 80% done on this particular one. This is a tutorial, right? So you won't need to get 100% of the pool, but I will say you probably need around 90% of every pool, except for this tutorial, which is around 80%. Moving on to our need to fill the floaters and fill the pool. So we'll just go like this, drop that down, go over here. We shall refill the pool. Let's watch the graphicals. Ducky! There you go. I was going to say you're drowning, duck. So as you can see, we're just grabbing the chlorine tabs from the van. We already got those in our inventory here, in our hand. Oh yeah, and you can also, while you have the pressure washer in your hand, if you bought the additional nozzle modifier, you can use the Q button to bring up a radial menu to choose that. This looks smoother, nicer than the version in Dre video. He may have had his water levels up too high. It is a GPU hog, right? So at least that's what Rubens is telling me. That's really hard on the GPUs. So they know about it. They're looking into it, and that. So that's why I'm letting everybody know. Just if you're finding a bit of a slideshow, just go back to that main menu, into the settings, go to the water, and change it down just a little bit, small increments. Go say from, say you got a 3080 Ti and you put it on Ultra and you're still having issues, drop it down to high. I mean, I'm at a 1080 Ti and I'm doing all right with it. You'll be fine. But for anybody who has like a 1070 or something like that, you may need to drop that down to medium, maybe even lower if you have lower specs than I do. Oh, God, I love the pool. Just how it fills up. Look at this water just globbing. Oh, that is so good. Maybe that is the flower. Maybe. Yep, you're right. It's most likely the flower here. So if I come along here, weird. Now it's not working. But anyway, moving forward, let's add the chlorine tabs. Now you just got to click and just keep clicking. As you can see, top left, the bar filled. You're good. Take your chlorine tabs, drop them back in the truck. Now we got to put that floater in the pool. Now, what I find easiest for these is when you go to put it in, just have it so it's like that, like 90% of it's in the green. Then when you drop it, it works. Now we have time to grab 15 rubber duckies. Okay, Bert. Now, you know my memory, folks. I'm not going to remember where every single one is, but if you need a guide for one, eventually this will be it. Eventually. There's one in here, right? Yeah. So, I mean, it's only 15 ducks. They are here. They're all here. I can guarantee it. I've done this at least 7 times. But remembering where they all are, that's a different story. There's always like 1 or 2 that I'm like, where the heck is the last 1 or 2? What else we got going here? Okay, this guy. Hey, no. You, pal. In the box. Alright, we gotta grab 4 more. Ooh, come on. Let me know if you guys are getting a little bit ill from me whipping the mouse around. I can turn down my DPI again, so that way it's not nearly as bad. Okay, now this is where I can't remember where, like I say, the last 1 or 2 are. Okay. Got that one. That one. Got the one on the fence. Got the one out of here. Got the one out of there. Oh, the tree. There we go. Yeah, no, I agree, Spanky. The graphics wise for the filling and just even the water movements, like bang on, bang on. All right, guys. Okay, so that is the tutorial mission here. So let's go. Oh, okay, so we are done. We got everything's got an orange circle around it in our tasks. We can then press the tab key, bring up our email with the mission on it, and we can click complete. There we go. So we got a certificate or something. It says, hey man, thank you so much for finding those ducks. These are collectibles. Who knows where those gummy ducks would end up if not for you. I send a little extra for your effort. Thanks again, man, Tommy. So our job was a $100 payout. We got an additional bucks, 10 bucks for finding the ducks. So that now gives us a total of $560. Woohoo! All right, I'm going to kill this light here and remove the shades. So hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so now we can move on to the hotel, and it tells us that we're going to need a pressure washer, landing net, and a filter. So come over here. Yeah, pressure washer, landing net, and a filter. Back to our inventory, grab the filter, grab the landing net. We don't need the chlorine, we don't need the sponge, so let's go ahead. We meet all the equipment. And so let's read it. So regards, on behalf of Hotel Paradise, I am looking for a professional pool cleaning service that could solve our piranha problem. One of our customers accidentally let these angry fish into our pool, and we had to excavate the entire, or pardon me, had to evacuate the entire area. If we could make them disappear and clean our pool, that would be great. Remember to place the filter. The code for a pipe box is 5532. The pipe system is quite complicated, so here are some instructions. To empty the pool, you have to press the red button and move the red lever. To refill it, turn the red wheel valve 3 times, move the blue lever, and press the blue button. If the filter has been replaced correctly, clean water should flow. With respect, Adam Salomon, manager of the Paradise Hotel. All right, let's do it. Yes, I have an older PC. Takes a little while. All right, so no more information, anything that's new, but except for the task. We have to get rid of 5 piranhas, empty the pool, clean the pool, change the filter, fill the pool, bring your tools back to the van, and optional, find the hidden treasure. So sweet. Okay, come on over here. Let's grab ourselves the net. Now, if you're having issues, how about you just do a duck? Just crouch. Yeah, crouch. Works. Oh, my timing was off that time. Oh, you didn't come all the way back. Come on. Come on, Path. Oh, you bugger. Yeah, conveniently. Yeah, somebody get this guy a can of Piranha Be Gone. Alright, now let me save the fishies for dinner. We gotta empty the pool. So the code was 5532. Now remember, this is quite the complicated system, so if you press tab while you're in here, you can read how to do it. Empty the pool, press the red button, and move the red lever. Alright, well, that's easy enough. Press tab to get out. Red button. Red lever. Yay! Yeah, not only is this being filled by a hydrant there, Jack, this is also being emptied by, like, 16 vac trucks at once. I've never seen a pool empty this fast. Alright. So you heard the little scratch tab say that you're ready to go ahead and start cleaning the pool. But before we do that, let's go find ourselves treasure. Now, I don't remember where all these are as well. Same thing. I always get stuck with 1 or 2. Then I forget where the location is. I just got a text from my broski. I know he's on his way home today. He's probably just saying when and where. Okay, he won't be home for a while. Alright. He's got a long drive ahead of him before he gets home. This is usually where I forget 1 or 2 locations. I have the memory of a goldfish. Like a chicken, every time I blink my eyes, it's a whole new world. So we're looking for these little red bricks that are pushed out. These things, but they need to be pushed out. We got to push them in. Yeah, there should be like 1 more, I believe. Where that is... There it is. Ta-da! Treasure! We got some fake gold. But we can't take it or anything. But we did get the quest for it. So now that that's done, we can go ahead here and we can start cleaning the pool. Yeah, let's turn down the DPI so I don't make you guys ill by whipping it around so fast. See, I got your guys' interest at heart. I remember from PowerWash Simulator, some people were saying like, oh, I love playing this game, but I can't watch this game because it just kind of makes me feel a little bit woozy. So I slowed it down, like the movements for everybody, and that seemed to have helped. So hopefully, with this being the same type of pressure washing premise, that'll help you guys out as well. It's like some people can't watch games in first person either, like driving ones, especially driving games. They just get too ill. One of our viewers, one of our older viewers who had just unfortunately has passed this year, Silly Sally, she used to, she's like, oh, I love watching you guys, the Syndicate, play the Wreckfest. You know, I love watching you guys, but I can't. You know, it just makes me ill because I'm in first person. And just the way she had said it was hilarious. But I've heard it in the past too, that, you know, some other people saying the same things, like when I was playing Grand Theft Auto on Twitch way back in the day, that they were saying that, yeah, watching you drive in first person really makes them ill. I was like, oh, I never had those type of issues. Now, roller coasters, on the other hand, oh my god, talk about just queasy. I can't eat before, and I can't eat after I go on to some of those things, some of those rides. Actually, roller coasters aren't bad. Okay, it's the like those spin rides, like where they like stick you to a wall because they're spinning around so fast, and, you know, things that spin. Just I don't do so well. At least not fast spinning. I must have some vestibular disability. No. You don't like it. Now, one thing... Oh, they got that port there, fill hole, whatever. Fill port. Oh, no, I don't think I packed the sponge, dang it. The sponge works so good for the flat surfaces. Like for the floors. Alright, so this here. We have down... Okay, so we've done at least 50% of the pool so far. Cool. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Reap. I got it on top chat. Thank you. Let me change that now. Hot chat. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Uh-oh. How many messages I missed? My apologies, guys. My apologies. Oops. Oh, it's been a while. I'm not back into the groove yet. I'm Canadian. I can't get back in the New York groove. Nova Scotian groove, maybe. I mean, what's that all about? You know what I mean, eh? Now, honestly, if you want to get through the levels a little bit faster, I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of secret. Because everything is done pretty much on a threshold basis, if you were to do the sponge first on the floors and get that cleaned up real quick, because the sponge works faster than this pressure washer does. Oh man, I didn't bring a sponge. Dang it. Okay, so yeah, if you want to go faster, bring the sponge. And I'll show you guys how to do all that. How to expand your inventory and everything here in a minute. Alright, so those are the grates. Now, by going farther back like this, you'll notice that there's some spots that just don't get washed off. You got to be closer to the grime in order to get a good clean on the surface of it. So just be forewarned, everybody. And you'll notice that when we reach the next level, because we'll have a UV light, and then you can really see how the pressure washing mechanics work. So right now you're not really seeing, like, there's kind of like two layers. There's the top grime layer that you're seeing, but there's also like a residual layer that's left behind as well, like an oil base or something that you gotta pressure wash off. All right, so take this back. Let's go get ourselves a filter. Oh, dang it. Nope. You gotta click on it with your mouse. Don't use the activate key. Activate gets you out of it. Now, something else too here, folks, is always return your used filters at the end of the day to the van in order to get the bring your tools back to the van task done. So don't throw those out. Those aren't garbage. All right, so now we get to refill it. Just press tab. To refill it, turn the red wheel 3 times, move the blue lever, and press the blue button. So red, blue, blue. Got it. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, was it blue lever, then blue button? Yeah, blue lever, then blue button. And there we go. Look at that. 6 fire hydrants filling this pool there, Jack. But, oh, I just love these globs of water. Like, look at these on the steps. Like, that's just so awesome. Such a great job with the water mechanics. I would say that is probably, out of all the simulator games, this has got to be the most innovative and graphically mesmerizing water effect for a simulation game. I gotta give it that. It's almost like a, well, just because I had it done, it's almost like the ultrasound gel. You know what I'm saying? It's just, but it's so fluid and just, it looks awesome. I love it. So we'll just go ahead here, let it fill. As you can see, we're now at about 40%. It's going to take another minute or 2. So how is your day, folks? How's everybody doing? I get it. Some people are in school. Some people are working. Some people are just watching and lurking. But everybody's awesome for smacking that like button. Thank you so much, guys. Getting ever closer to 2,500. I think I'm at like 2459, 2460, something like that as of Friday. I can't quite remember, but yeah, I checked on Friday. So you guys are all awesome and amazing. Thank you that. Oh, going on outside? Oh no, they're working on the house across the street. They're renovating it, so every once in a while somebody parks in front of my house, which is no big deal. I mean, I got my trucks out there right now, but it just sucks when you go to come home and somebody's parked right in the middle of your house. It's like, wait, why can't you just move up to like the property line? That way you can get 2 vehicles here. Jeez, I didn't put in the security system for your vehicle. I put it in for mine. Almost done. Almost done. Now, this is one of the few things that doesn't have a threshold. It has to get up to one. Oh, there we go. It did have a bit of a threshold and only went up to like 95. But there we go. This one is now completed. So let's complete it. And local news, the pool cleaner has found a hidden treasure. No one has been able to solve this mystery for many years. The owner of the hotel promises more puzzles of this type. Congratulations to the winner. Reward $500. Additional tasks $50. Your current is $1,040. Sweet. Making our way through the world today. So for the murder pool, it says, hey, I need your help, bro. There was an accident in my swimming pool. The whole area is covered in blood and garbage. In addition, the police have launched an investigation and are looking for evidence among all the things in the pool. You seem like a legitimate homie who doesn't cooperate with the police. I leave the decision of what to do with it to you. The code for the canteen is 3960. The manual's inside. Greetings from Sebastian Shark, the Sharkinator. So we're going to need a pressure washer, a UV lamp, and a filter. Well, now that we got a little bit of monies, okay, we're going to come over here. We're going to get ourselves this UV light. We're going to get ourselves this wide tip. And let's go over to the inventory. Oops, hold on. What do we need again? Pressure washer, UV lamp, and a filter. Okay, so we gotta grab our filter, pressure washer, UV lamp, and of course now we got a wide tip. And we might as well grab that sponge because that sponge makes you happy. Now, if you need additional inventory space, you can purchase these slots for an additional $100. But for now, I'm happy with what we have. So we'll go ahead and we'll get this one started. So now that we have all the items needed for this particular one, let's go into accept. Now, hold on. I think before it used to ask if we wanted to play the censored version or not. So we'll find out. Because of YouTube, I got to be careful, right? So if it's not, we'll probably have to switch it over. I don't want them thinking that all the ketchup that's being spread everywhere is thing. Here we go. You want to enable censorship? Yes, please. Okay. All right. So our first goal, our goals are in order: empty the pool, clean the pool, change the filter, fill the pool, clean the stains around the pool, bring the tools back to the van, collect the trash, and for an optional, you can mark evidence. All right, so Sharky, not a big fan of that, but we want that extra monies, right? So now the best thing that you can do really is like act like a Mr. Policeman or policewoman and follow the evidence. Well, I see trails of jello leading me to certain items, so I'm going to leave my markers at the end of those trails that are leading me to those pieces. So just look around, see if anything looks kind of funky or weird. Anything that's got, oh, hey, look, here's another big green blob of jelly telling me, pointing to something. So that's a piece of evidence. You get what I'm hinting at here, folks? Oh, look, what's this taking me to? Oh, hey, look, there we go. Get you every time, Lorene, with a few simple jumps, and bam! Next thing you know, you're a crime boss. How true. So legit. Alright, so you look over here. No stains or anything. Okay. Oh, here's a big stain. Alright. Ooh, don't jump in the pool, Gigi. We're not in it for the jello today. Alright, oh, big long stain here, but it's behind a locked door. Alright, so we go into here. Wait, 3960, wasn't it? Yeah. So, now that the door is open, you can exit it out. Follow that trail of blood to, or green jello to a stained pipe. Look at all that rust right there on that pipe. Look at that rust. Alright. Continuing on and through. Now, I don't see any stains or anything here, but you guys all seeing this? However, there's no stain around it to say to me that it's been part of a crime. So if we keep looking around, oh, more bloodstains. Oh, leading up to a purse. Okay, and look at that. We now have 6 out of 6 evidence marked. That's how you do it, folks. Alright, so first things first. We got to empty the pool. Now, it didn't give us any instructions in the letter on how to do it, but if you look in here, you can see a water down level and a water up level. So we want to get rid of the water. So first step, press the blue button. Okay, blue button pressed. Second step, press the 2 blue levers. All right. Third step, hit the blue lever. And there we go. As you can see, the pool is now lowering its levels. So our next step up here says that we are going to have to clean the pool. So I like grabbing the sponge first. The sponge. All right, you gotta wait for the pool to empty first. While we wait, I'll show you how the UV light works. While it's in your hand, use your left mouse button and click it. And you see how everything is now lit up. Whoa! In the UV lighting here. So the pool's almost finished emptying. I'm just a little bit too fast for it, but that's okay because I get to watch this animation of all these water droplets drop down in all the glory of UV light. I mean, doesn't this look like the green blobby guy off of like Hotel Transylvania? We're sucking the blob. Oh, hey, look at that. If you lean up against the wall while it's in your hand, it cleans. Oh, hey. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Alright, anyway, so yeah, you just press the left button down. So as you can see, like there's little areas of light green left. That's because I was going too fast. The slower I go, the less of those little green, light green areas are left. Now, I was getting bored on the computer earlier doing this while I was doing the testing. Actually, I can't say I was really bored. I was just like, okay, how can I do this a little bit quicker? And this is what I've come up with. So you just go back and forth with a sponge. It just makes it really nice and quick. Dang it, didn't want it to do that, but alright. Don't like it when it gets flipped around. Now, usually when I get this part done, I got about 20% of the whole pool completed with the sponge. Now, I was going a little bit faster than I normally would, because normally I'm doing like this really like half motion, half motion, half motion type thing, and then going back a little bit. But this seems to be working all right too. All right. Well, that was interesting. The UV light disappeared there for a second. As you can see, like I said, there's like a residual to it if you go too fast. So, you know, just take your time. You know, how would Bob Ross, you know, what would Bob Ross do? You know, just think of it as happy little accidents. Just gotta take your time, get rid of the green little fluffy little pieces of hazing. Now, the stuff that's on the outer edge here, you'll notice that you can't get rid of it. Don't worry about it. When you get when the rim flashes is complete, when it reaches its threshold, it will clean that off. So don't worry about trying to clean that area up. No need to sweat the small stuff in this game, folks. This is just all about relaxing, having an enjoyable time. Nobody's in a race. Put him on the rascal. Oh boy. Okay, I'm not catching that reference. Am I having a real bad fibrofog day, or... Because I couldn't understand what Malachi was saying at first earlier, but then we got through it with the bus simulator. Unfortunately, I have not played that game. You know what game I'd like to know what's going on with? that my gaming club game, that game, I'd like to know what's going on with it. Like, I have not heard a boo from the developer. I think, you know, to me, it almost feels like an abandonment project all of a sudden. You know, I don't know why I'm getting that feeling. I'm not saying that is what's happening. It's just that's the feeling I have with it. Oh, look at these little globs floating around. Love it, love it, love it. But yeah, no, that was, I quite enjoyed that. One of the very few games where they had an actual Dr. Pepper in it. Like, sweet! Just my luck. Now, a game that finally is geared towards my likings. And the developer is nowhere to be seen. At least on Discord and on Steam. I'm hoping he didn't take the money and run type of thing. I'd like to see more done with it. Get it up to a full release version. Oh, crap. I forgot this. Oh, thank you so much for the reminder, Jack. I got to put that in there. Yes, so, folks, for anybody who is interested in sending me anything via Amazon or anything along those lines, you have to order it through Amazon.ca. More information is going to come into the Discord. Jack's doing the reminder there. We have a Discord tab with all the information if you do want to send me something through Amazon. Yeah. With my letter of appeal thing just being sent in yesterday after my doctor did all the proofreading, he got to see the version of it, right? So that I was sending to the appeal. He wanted to review it before I sent it, just to see if there's anything more that he needed to add to it, or if anything else that I needed to add to it. He said I did a really good job. I believe his exact words were, "Wow, you did a really good job of defending yourself against all the reasons against why I wouldn't be allowed to be on the permanent medical thing." He's like, "Yeah, you did very well. You defended yourself against all that." Like, all right, cool. Now, there's nothing else that he could add. So. I have proof beyond reasonable doubt and everything else that, yes, you know, the doctors have done their job and due diligence to make sure that, you know, I should be on this program. So why the hell wouldn't they accept me to it? Yeah, the main reason was, because I play YouTube games for an hour and a half to 2 hours, 2 to 4 times a week, that apparently, you know, I have the necessary skill set to work a permanent full-time job and make enough money to surpass my minimum quality of life standards. It's like, say what? You're telling me I gotta kill myself to make money? Like, what? You just basically exactly when you read it back, it's like, yeah, okay, you don't make any sense, lady. And she missed a bunch of information, and she put it in writing that this type of information wasn't available, and yet there's like 3 different facts timestamped at the very top of the paperwork that has everything to do with exactly what she was talking about. It's like, you did not do your due diligence doing your job, lady. This is clearly needs to be reviewed by your boss. Now, if you guys notice that this pressure washer just takes so much longer in comparison. Oh, geez. Yeah. My doctor, he's like he said, he's like, yeah, dude, don't worry. He's like, I am dedicated to making sure that you get onto this. Because he's seen me so many bloody times, and he's taken all my vitals, and, you know, we've gone through everything. I've proven to him that, you know, this is the reason why we took this medication. This is how long we took it for. These were the side effects that I have. You know, the pharmacy that I worked for, the pharmacy that I used to always go to, anytime I had an issue with a medication, the pharmacist was awesome. He's like, yeah, every time you have a problem with any of this medication, just let me know, and I'll mark it in the system, so that way, no matter, you know, any time in life, should you happen to become a senior with Alzheimer's even, they won't put you on these type of medications, so that way, you know, you're covered. And I'm like, oh, sweet. So I was able to get them to fax over the list of things and the reasons why some of them I could no longer take. So, like for example, the morphine patches and stuff like that, I ended up getting just really ill off of that. So, I can't take the morphine patches and stuff. That and yeah, they ain't the greatest. You gotta eat a whole bunch of fiber if you're on those pills all the time. Quite uncomfortable feeling. I'm too young to be taking daily doses of Metamucil, man. Hey, what? Did I miss one of these? Hold on. You're clean. You're clean. You're clean. You're clean. You're clean. You're clean? Hold on. The whole pool dinged off is clean. I'm not seeing any more highlighted areas. Why did it not fill? But I heard it ding. Okay, so interesting. Ah, maybe that board. Thank you. Hey, savior, savior. I just must have never missed it before. So perfect. All right, so now we gotta go change the filter, which is real simple in this one. Goes on the one side, not the other. And then, like I said before, now they have a planned mechanic of us recycling the filters, but once again, it's something that it's not in game yet at this time. No models, no nothing for it. So it's a future possible feature. So, now we got to fill the pool. So to fill the pool, we follow you enter into it, and then you look at it. So you got to turn the red wheel twice. It's turning the right way, so we're good. Then we gotta go for the bottom two levers. Press green. And there we go. We got another 6 fire hydrants filling this place up. Oh, that just looks so good. Oh, love it. Love it. Love it. We did it. Bring your tools back to the van. Oh no, wait a minute. We gotta clean up all the... We gotta clean up the blob drag stains everywhere. Okay, I'm mesmerized by this. Okay, I'll wait until it stops flowing in, and then we'll start cleaning up the stains. Just saying, because this looks so good. Hope everybody's got themselves a drink. I actually have myself a Dr. Pepper. I can barely lift the damn thing. But I got a Dr. Pepper. Oh. Ow. I don't know what's worse. The torn rotator cuff or like the 4 bruised feelings that I have going on in my shoulders right now. Oh. What can you do? What can you do? This just looks so good. All right. Okay. Enough staring, Gigi. Come on. You're getting mesmerized by water. Oh, what? What I do? What? Huh. Oops. Hey.
Found it.
So if you go over real quick, you can see there's like a residue of it. So yeah, you gotta take your time. Take your time. There we go. That spot's done. Curtis Wagner, haven't seen you in ages. I'm pretty sure I've seen you before in the past. 99% sure. Seen a comment maybe? The name is just way too familiar. Thank you so much for the $1.99. Thank you so much for the support, man. Continuing to help support my Dr. Pepper habits. You're awesome. Thank you, my man. Thank you. Your accolades shall come up here in just a moment. There it is. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I had a framing nail gun malfunction one time. I was pulling it up between my legs and ended up... Ouch! Your hand to the 2x4. Oh, I give you a tetanus shot in the shoulder and the opposite arm. Why would they put... I don't know why they put it in the opposite arm. I mean, I'm no doctor or anything else, but I don't know why they put it in the opposite arm. I would rather have just one arm hurting than both arms having a hurting. You know what I'm saying? That's where my brain goes. Why have twice the pain? Like, if I coulda, I would have had my doctor just... what do you do? I would have had just one arm done yesterday and then like another arm done again like on Friday or something. Because having both arms out of commission at the same time is just bloody annoying. No offense, guys, but come on, trying to wipe your butt is a pain. No, next time, no. But what happened was that, so I went and saw the doc. He's like, okay, I need you to go to the pharmacy and get this cortisone vial prescribed. So I was like, all right. So I ran next door to the pharmacy, got the cortisone, and it was just in one big vial type of thing. It's not like they had like 4 different individual shots, right? So it was just like one large vial, so you had to do it all at once. It's like, oh, fine, damn it. Next time, if I have to get another, because it's supposed to go back in 3 weeks. If it's, my arms haven't shown much improvement in 3 weeks, I got to go back. But if they've shown a little bit of improvement, you know, type of thing, then I don't need to worry about going back until 6 weeks. Unless, of course, something happens with the ACE appeal process, and then I have to go back at whatever point anyway. So that's the game plan for now. Oh, September 12th, I do have a dental appointment that I have to go to. So I'm getting a broken tooth fixed. Yeah, that tooth that I broke in January with my because of my night retainer. Apparently, I grind my teeth so bad in my sleep that the night retainer thingy, whatever, the light guard thing, didn't work so well. I ended up breaking a tooth because of it. Why do I do that? Now, if you throw your tool around and you can't find it, it's like no longer in your inventory. Don't worry. It respawns. There is a place. You just gotta look around. Each level is different, but it will respawn for you. Eventually. No, it's actually pretty quick. Like, for example, if I were to throw this right now into the pool, it would respawn. So, you know, if say you were to throw it into a pool and your character can reach it, it won't respawn. So just make sure that you use your crouch button so you can reach down deeper into the pool to pick it out. I had that issue. I was like, yo, Dev, you know, you need like something to like respawn. He's like, we do. The only time that it doesn't is if it's available for the character to grab. Did you try crouching? I was like, oh, right, crouching. So as soon as I hit the crouch, it worked perfectly. Alright, where else? Where else did we leave a marker? Ah, yes, right here. Jeremy! Oh, man. it caused your other arm? And you, what? Wow, man, that sucks. And so it was almost worse than having the nail in your hand. You know what I'm saying? The tetanus shot was worse than the actual nail that went in. That's brutal, dude. Yeah, like I said, I would much rather know ahead of time. Now this spot here, I always have an issue with. Oh, there we go. Hey, I got it. Normally I got to bring the UV light over. Sweet. All right. Bring the tools back. And let's clean up. There we go. Tools are back. So don't grab your pieces of evidence. Just grab the trash items that are laying around. That's all. Now, what I do is I get close, and then I put it in the bucket, and then drop it. And I find that this is the more dependable way of making sure that your items go in there. Because every once in a while, if you're not paying attention, sometimes it'll fall in just perfectly in between the two near the back, and then you can't reach it. And it's like, ah. Now, there is also something else in the future. In an update, there will be a save feature. Right now, the game only saves your progress once you've completed a mission. So if you start a mission and then say you have a power outage, or you have to leave, or your game crashes, all the level progress that you're working on, like right now, if we were to crash, I'd have to come back and redo the entire level. So just be forewarned about that. So there will be, you know, a future save update. It's already in the Discord. He knows about it and everything else. It just wasn't implemented at this time. It's a big thing to have. They didn't realize, I guess it was you know, a big thing to have or not. I don't know the story about it or anything. It's just kind of like, why wasn't there a save feature? Nobody wants to do an hour and a half worth of work, then, you know, have to shut their computer down because they have to go somewhere and then come back and go, oh, I did an hour and a half. Where is it all? Don't mess with my stuff, man. I get that stuck on the door again. Yep. Now, it would be cool if we could get points from, like, you know, throwing it from here, like, downtown. But so far, for the price, I believe on the Discord it said it was going to be $11.99. Now, I don't know what locality. I don't know what locality the $11.99 is for. So it might be American, could be Canadian, could be Polish, could be Euro. I don't know. But for what's in the game right now, I'd say it's a deal. It's a good deal. If they go as far as what's been told to me for what they would like to have added to this game, then I would say it's a hell of a deal. Okay, there we go. There we go. See how that knife is now stuck? I might be screwed for getting that. Yep. I think this level is hooped because of that. Once again, early access. But let's see here if we can... see if we can get through this one. It might be hooped. I don't know if that one went in or not. Alright. So I know that the pillow thing did, but I'm not sure about the knife. We'll find out in a minute. Where was that last piece of garbage? Ah, right in here, right. Alright, nope, we got lucky. We didn't get hooped. Sweet! Alright, so this level... completed. So, that's how you do this one. Greetings, good citizen. Thanks to your service in identifying evidence in our investigation, we managed to capture a dangerous murderer. We're happy to inform you you will be receiving a prize of $100. Gratefully, Officer Ann Levecki. So we got $800 for the job, $150 for the additional tasks. Even though it says we got a prize of 100, it says additional tasks 150. I don't know what that is, but our current money is $1,440. Woohoo! Now we have the school swimming pool, and we have the aqua park. Now that's going to go well over my usual 1.5 to 2 hours to do both of them. So I think we're just going to do the swimming pool, and we'll call that good. All right. So if we go to our inventory, hold on here, need a pressure washer, underwater vacuum cleaner, landing net wrench, filter, and container. Need 2 filters and 4 chlorines. Okay, so first thing we need to do. All right, so we got 1 and 1. Let's go to the store. We need to buy 1, 2, 3. Right? We now have 4. Perfect. We need 2 filters. We have 1 filter, so we need to buy another one. Then we need the underwater vacuum and the wrench. Everything's looking good. Perfect. All right, so let's go over to our inventory. Let's add our containers in the chemicals, our landing nets, the wide tip pressure washer. What? Did I miss it? Yeah, I did again. We don't need the sponge for this one. It's not really necessary. But we do need to buy another spot just for that wrench right there. So instead of spending even another $100 to grab the last one in order to hold the sponge, this level doesn't really need it. So, Dory Bridge. Good morning. As the new headmistress of the school, I am asking you to clean up this wretched swimming pool. Please don't empty it, though. Water has become very expensive. We try to be eco-friendly. Please also replace the filters and clean the area around the pond. Code for the pump is the original 1234. Kind regards, Headmistress Dory Bridge. I quite enjoy this game. Thank you once again, Curtis. Thank you. Glad that you are enjoying the videos. I'm glad that I'm able to show this one off a little bit more. If one of the larger creators had a bit of a hard time with it, yeah, you never know. You could have been having a bad day or something. You never know. All right, so we already read what's going on in here, but the first thing you can see is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the menu here. Collect the trash from the swimming pool, fill the floaters, put the floaters in the pool, clean the bottom of the pool, unscrew the screws, get the filters, then change the filters, change the stains, clean the stains around the pool, then bring your tools back to the van. There's an additional 20 trash to collect, and collect the swimming boards. This is a fun one. Shane! You are just in time to see me clean out the floaters. And yeah, there's a bit of I wouldn't call it an entendre or an innuendo. Maybe mostly innuendo. But anyway, here we go. We're going to clean out the floaters. So if you go down, it's a pain in the butt because you're not in the water. Wow, look at that. Got in the water. Yeah, no, the net works real fine. You see what I mean, Spanky? It's like, yeah, if you can't reach, crouch. You know, use your knees. Bend at the knees. Yep. Like I said, we all have those, like, moments in our streams, right? I think that just happened to be what happened with Dre. Nothing big to get upset about. Just gotta crouch your way down. Now, once again, like I said, you know, he may have been coming into this game blind. I have had my practice, but yeah, once you figure out, you know, like, oh, you know, it's crouch, it's pretty easy to get all the things that you need to get. How you doing, Shane? Hope you're doing well. Hope your weather is all right. No rains, no floods, no major catastrophes of any of the sorts. Just a good old, oh, thank God day. Okay, so this is what I've been kind of doing. I've been kind of trying to put everything together all at once here, like do all the jobs, but I don't complete them. I will complete them in order, but I won't completely finish one before the next step, just because in order to do the mission tasks, if you don't do them in order, sometimes they won't activate. So just make sure that you follow the tasks, that you complete them in the order. So collect trash from the swimming pool, that one was done first. Now we're going to fill the floaters and put the floaters in the pool. That'll be the next one that we can complete. However, I'm going to do a little bit of the things in between. Like, for example, the optional one can be done at any time. You don't have to worry about this. You can do the optional quests without messing up the order of operations. However, anything other than that, do it in the order of operation. If it's got a number beside it, do it that way. That's, I mean, the developer can't say that he didn't tell you how to do it. You know what I mean? Like how to successfully complete the tasks. I mean, it's right there. It's in full blown, you know, 1, 2, step 1, step 2. You don't try to make a cake with baked eggs. You know what I mean? You gotta use your raw eggs. Well, while we're here, there you go. Pump room door right there on the tab. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just happened to remembered it, so. Here's why we went there. Plus, we're gonna have to fill those floaters pretty soon anyway, so might as well open it up just while you're running around, making things just a wee bit more efficient for yourself. Try not to go too many places with an empty hand. Well, it's not a character from Star Trek, however, it's used to remove Klingons from you. Toilet paper! Yeah, what is it? The toilet paper and Captain Kirk have in common. Yeah, they fight the Klingons. Yep. Oh, I remember the days of the Star Trek jokes in junior high and that. Oh, yeah. But it's a nice little game. I'd like to see a bit more added to this particular level. They could have some graffiti spots. They could have some broken chairs and things like that. But yeah, the game is very, very early access, guys. Now, I think right now, as it stands, I've played through the first 4 missions, and I can confirm that the first 4 missions with the version that we're playing on work 100%. I've been able to complete them for you guys, so you guys know that yes, they will work. Just follow the steps and you'll be fine. So we got 15 out of 20 trash. Good. We'll get up to 18 in no time, and then I'll leave the last 2 pieces to put in the trash for the very end. These floater boards, we can get these all. Now, are these floater boards, flutter boards? What do you guys call them? I know them as a flutter board. Sorry. But my son, when he was doing his lessons there in August, the lady called them floater boards. But I remember them as flutter boards. And the sign over here says flutter boards. See? Flutter boards. So. By the way, I noticed that there was a change to that too. Nice. They used to say left flutter boards here instead of leave flutter boards here. So I'm glad that got changed up. Called a trad keep because for some reason cats love to eat them. That is so true. That is absolutely 100% true. Reap. Definitely 100% true. My old cat, the Maine Coon, man, well, she had a craving for those things. I have, or should I say, had an old blue camping mat that was kind of made out of pretty much the same type of material, just not as thick. And yeah, she just ate right through the dang thing. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're going to give yourself a vet visit and you don't like the vet. They put a thermometer up your butt and you don't like it. Don't do stupid things and you won't get a thermometer. Silly cat. But yeah, absolutely. You call them floaties? Okay, so we got, if you look over here, these kind of look like the lane floaties that go down, like right here, right? Lane floaties. And then we had pool noodles, which are like, almost look like the same thing, but like 3 of these lengths long. You know what I mean? Like if this was like 3 times longer, it would look like that. And then you can float on those. Those are called pool noodles. But these are lane floaties. Because that's what we call them anyway. Alright, so we got all the swimming boards done. Nice. So now we come over here. Let's take our chlorine pucks and try not to knock ourselves out. Because we got to add quite a few to these. Yeah, you call those noodles? My camping mat was green. Yep. Now it's camping fluff. Little tiny chunks all over the place. So yeah, just keep throwing as many chlorine pucks in there as it'll take. It won't take any more, and you'll see the bar up top complete. And then that's done. Put that back into there. Now we got to go put those floaters in the pool. Now, I have actually never seen these before. Every pool I've ever gone to has had something like this that you lift up and you throw the chlorine pucks into. Not these things. These are new. I've never seen those before. So once again, when I put it in there, you can see I try to get the capsule in as much of the green as possible, and I keep my eye on the left to make sure that it registers it falling in on the percentage bar, not the percentage. Perfect. Your Crocs didn't survive very long either. I won't wear Crocs. A, they're ugly. B, they do nothing for your foot support. And C, just no. No, I can't. No. I have water moccasins, like water shoes type of thing. All right, so next step here, it says, is to vacuum the pool, or clean the bottom of the pool. So let's go grab our vacuum. Crapole. Hopefully it follows me. I've never had that happen before. Crap. Oh, there we go. Okay, it resetted itself. Perfect. Phew. So you come on over here. Look down in the pool, Luke. Look down. Activate it. Start driving. Now I'll back up a little bit. You can see it does clean. Now there was a bit of a visual change that was made to this. So the developer's looking into what happened. It's like the view, we're a little bit too close now to the vacuum cleaner compared to where it was originally. He doesn't know how that changed, but he's going to look into it. He was like, oh, you're right, it did change. I'm like, yeah. I leave more marks behind when I do it now than I used to than before. I leave more little trails. The Crocs that you guys know are saltwater and freshwater, not those foot ones. Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, I don't know. My kiddo's got a pair, and he quite enjoys running around in them. I don't think that they're very comfy. They make my feet sweat. Like, any of that type of material always makes my feet sweat. Now you'll notice every once in a while, this, like, it just bangs into the dividing line, the lane marker, and just kind of turns the whole vacuum sideways. I don't know why it does that on that one side. Now once again, there is a pretty decent threshold on this particular bottom pool, so excuse me. So it's all right that if you miss a little few strands here and there, you just don't want to be missing thick sections. And yeah, just kind of go around and around and around and around, get your perimeter done. Just think of it like you're farming. You're farming algae in this case. So just give yourself the perimeter, what do they call it? The hedgerow. That way it makes it easier to go back and forth on the long style layer without getting clipping into the walls of the pool. But out of everything, this is the longest activity for this particular level. It's just going around in here. And the vacuum feels like it was sped up since the very first version that I tested. Now there's been, I think, at least 4 updates with a bunch of things that I found and a couple other people. I guess I found some other issues and stuff too. Like for example, the trash cans where they are now, that's not where they used to be located. And there was an issue where when you threw an item into the trash, sometimes it would get stuck against the wall that it was against, the trash can was against. And yeah, it was causing some issues. Caveman is doing absolutely fantastic. He started school this week, and already him and one of his buddies are got some plans to do some things. So it's like, all right, sweet. So he's hanging out with kids his own age. Yay, love it. School and everything else. Right now he's probably about a grade 5 level for math, even though he's only in grade 3. So it bores him, but yeah, he's always been like that with math. I mean, this is coming from the kid who, you know, asked grandma, who then had to come to me, ask me to explain it to your son what A plus A means. And he's a quick little bugger. I'm like, well, pretend of it is like this. A is just a letter for something. Just say you don't know what this apple truly is. You don't know it's an apple, so you're just going to call it an A. And he's like, oh, okay. Okay, so if I give you one A and another A, how many A's do you have? And he's like, well, if it's an apple and an apple, then I got 2 apples. I'm like, all right, perfect. But A always has to be the same. But yeah, no, he's doing really, really good. Printing skills could use a little bit of work, but my God, he loves to paint. He does pretty good too. I mean, they are the typical, 7-year-old paintings. He's no Picasso or virtuoso or anything along those lines, but he does really good. He does really good. He's got quite the imagination. Up on my desk here, I got a Frankenstein with Mrs. Frankenstein running down a ladder that's on a hill because it's a steep hill, running to see her husband Frankenstein. Then in another picture, I got a fully deuced up pumpkin for Halloween. That's like got a picket fence around it. It's got a bunch of dirt. He's got a water, like a pond with this little sprinkler system that runs into it. And then behind that's a great big house and farm barn. On another side, he's got a paint by numbers, a dinosaur that he's done. That's really good. I have another paint by numbers astronaut that's floating in space around a planet. I got, what's that one? That's the Earth. So I got Earth over there. And then I got a whole bunch of other drawings and everything else of like the space shuttle, the original space shuttles. The next one that he wants to do is he wants to see the first Starship Heavy that goes into orbit. He says that he wants to get a model of that one, but he doesn't want to get one like any of the versions before that. He wants to have the model of the first model number series that goes out into orbit. So all right, I can do that. You got a blueprint? For legally tapping in the fire hydrants? I don't have a blueprint. I have the wrench. So I quite literally have a firefighter's wrench. Don't ask me how or why I ended up getting it, but I have one. Have I used it? No. Have I been tempted? Yes. If there would have been 2 or 3 more kiddos hanging out with Caveman that one day here, I would have gone out and cracked open the fire hydrant. Now, of course, I wouldn't go full bore or anything, but I would do a little bit. Just a little tiny bit. Yeah, if there would have been just a few more kids, yeah, I could have, because I had the thought, I'm like going, oh man, if I were to crack open the fire hydrant, these kids would love it. And of course, I'm not going to be stupid and look up on any of my phone devices whether or not it's illegal to open up a fire hydrant in Calgary, Alberta. Wink, wink, nod, nod. It can't be on my computer that is searched. Wink, wink, nod, nod. If somebody out there happens to tell me in stream that in Calgary, Alberta, it is or is not illegal to open up a fire hydrant, then I know. No, actually, the fire hydrant is literally on my right side on my neighbor's property. Like, it wouldn't be an issue at all. And right beside that, there's an alleyway. Now, it's not a paved alleyway. It is a gravel alleyway. But I would just only crack open the one side that goes onto my neighbor's yard. So it blows away from the main road. It's blowing away from the alleyway. And it's just going on to, you know, he's getting free water irrigation for his grass, right? Like, that's what I would do. Allegedly, hypothetically. Oh, pay attention to the game, G. You're all over the place. Yeah, but it's not as heavy as you think. It's not as heavy. It's big, but the wrench isn't all that heavy. So, I mean, it's got to be probably some sort of aluminum compound or something like that. Now, it has been probably, geez, 10 years since I last picked it up. But yeah, I know exactly where it is. It's in my shed. I know exactly where it is in my shed too. It's right beside my old fireplace poker set and everything. Yeah, as well. I mean, I got a giant pipe wrench. I also have a giant crescent wrench as well, you know, used for like farming and stuff, right? So, honestly, I could have gotten into it irregardless of having a true firefighter wrench, but I have a true firefighter wrench. I can even tell the year I got it in 1991. I don't know what the hell that was, if that was thunder or what, but something just rattled, but it wasn't very loud, so I don't think it was a train banging together hard, because I also have train tracks in my backyard. Like, literally, you go out my garage door and you back towards the train tracks. That's like right there. Or if that was thunder, I don't know what that was. That was going on. The year I acquired it, yep. Well, if they would have had a lost and found, they probably would have gotten it back, but they don't have a lost and found for those type of things. I'll say this, it was not nicked. I did not nick it. It was quite found. Yeah, no, they were, it was, just happened to be like a gift, basically. It was just, huh, is that a, yeah, I think it is. But I don't see anybody around here. Neither do I. Well, my house is right here. So, if somebody knocks on the door, I'll like, yeah, here, you know, I made sure that no kids used it to break into a car or something. But nobody ever knocked on the door, and nobody ever came looking for it. So it was like, alrighty then. Yeah, 90s were a good time. Just don't steal your stolen stuff, because that's the stuff you need, right? Why would I have stolen it if I didn't need it? Yeah, no, I didn't nick it. No, it was like, okay, so quite honestly, what it was, me and my buddy, we came home after school, and we were out playing hacky sack, and my buddy Bob booted it too far, the hacky sack, and it went over into the alleyway, and he walked over, and he's like, hey, what the hell is this? And he holds it up. I'm like, that's a fire hydrant wrench. What the hell is it doing? I mean, it was like 8 feet away from the fire hydrant, right? And we're like, the ground isn't wet here. Like, you know, like I'm feeling my neighbor's grass and everything. I'm like going, it was never, the fire hydrant was never cracked open. Like, it wasn't, like, there was no markings on the paint that show that it had been even touched by the wrench. I was like, what the hell? And so I was like, all right. Well, you know, some kid could use it to break into a car window or something, so I'm just going to put it just on the inside of my backyard, just around the gate. And if we happen to see anybody looking around for it, we'll give it to them. Nothing. Nobody. Like, for the next 3 hours or whatever it was that we were hacky sacking out on the street, nobody ever showed up. And I was like, all right. And so, you know, I told my folks, I'm like, hey, you know, this is where it is. If somebody comes knocking, it's just around the corner of the gate. And they're like, okay. Nobody ever came knocking. About 2 years later, I moved it from behind the gate and I put it into my shed. Or put it in, well, it was, at the time, I didn't have a shed here, but I took it with me when I moved. Now, I do wish that the vacuum here wasn't as, what's the word I want to... It's very touchy for the movements. I'd much prefer if it was a little bit smoother. You know, give it like 32-bit control movement instead of, say, like 16, if that's what it's at, type thing. It just feels real jolty when you move it left and right with the WASD keys. Now, as always, folks, this game is early access, so expect things to change. I expect the view of the vacuum to change just a little bit. Just to be a little bit farther back, because right now it's kind of hard to see if you're missing anything. Now, I've done this enough that I know there's 2 lines on the vacuum. I try to keep it in between so that way I don't miss too much, but there is a pretty decent threshold, which you guys will see, of how much you can actually leave, and it'll ding off and completely clean up the entire pool for you as being complete. So it's a decent threshold. Now, once again, that could change as early access goes through, but right now in the current version, as of, what is it, September 6, 2023, the version that I'm currently playing on, it does all right. And you can miss, you know, 5 or 6 of the narrow strips and not really, you know, worry about, like, not getting a full percentage done. So far, so good, though. I am quite enjoying this game. Like I said, I'd like to see a little bit more on the levels. Like I say, a little bit more use of the pressure washer, taking off things like graffiti and stuff along those lines. But once again, early access, they say they have a lot of ideas that they want to implement into the game. It's all about a matter of time and demand and making sure that the game is playable while it is available for the public to play in early access. Of course, every full release version should be, you know, 100% playable, completable. You never try to set up your customers to fail. That's just bad business. People think twice before buying another one of your products if that's what happens. So I'm not saying that's what will happen with this game. It's just that that's the way the world works. Now, I probably will just get finished one more row, start turning around, and have to do like 2 or 3 feet of another row. But it should complete before I get a full second row cleaned off here. Like I said, it's got a pretty good threshold. I think it's like a 95% threshold, something like that. We're about 90 right now. There we go. Alright, so it's a 90% threshold. Maybe no, I guess it would have been 95, I guess. Yeah, 95. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to look around in that too. I only know that I've done this so many times. Just follow the cord back. That's the best way to find out where you go. So once you get here, you just put your creature right in the green, press the E key, and then crouch down, press the E key again. You can pick him up, and you can return him to your van. Make sure the van's lit up when you do. And there we go. Now we have to unscrew the screws to get to the filter. So grab our wrench. 94.9999999%. Yep. 99999. And so this access panel grants us the ability to change out the filters. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Yeah. Not so much on this one. Okay, put the tool back in there. Grab ourselves one filter. Now, just in order, the way I've been doing it to make sure that we're able to complete the level, because this is considered a tool, so you got to return that to the van. I don't want to accidentally grab another dirty one out of the van. Right? So I just throw that one there for now. I'll take this dirty one, put it in the van. Take this one, put it into the van. Now those are done. So now we're on to doing the stains. Now, I like grabbing the UV light for the stains, just to make sure that it's a one and done situation. You're not sitting around for hours trying to find that one itty bitty spot that you just can't seem to find. Not worth it. And this way too, because of the thresholds and that, you can get the larger ones done. If there's any tiny mini spots that afterwards, you're okay, you're still covered. Like that. Try to go for the bulk of it and wait for the threshold to pass you through it. Like for this one, I would normally bring the UV light over, but I've gotten pretty decent at it to know the speed of what I can pressure wash versus the residue that's left behind. You try to go too fast and you miss a line spot, yep, you'll come back with UV light and go, how did I miss all that? Said, just get the majority of the big spot. Don't worry about these little itty bitty spots everywhere. And the threshold should carry you all the way through. More crime scene stains. Yeah, this is somebody dropped a bucket of bitumen. That's what it looks like tar or something here. Don't know exactly what it's supposed to be emulating. But whatever it is, it's been here for a while and has decided to decompose almost from the looks of it. Now we do have that other tip. I haven't found that the other tip works all that well for the residual spot. Like, you end up going over and over and over the same area. The upper layer is removed, but the residuals underneath just seem to take longer. So I just stick with the main nozzle end. Even though I may bring the other one, I stick with the main. I believe this is the last stain. Alright. I love it when a plan comes together. I actually didn't think I was going to make it to this particular level today, but apparently I have. So there we go. As you can see, it says you're clean the stains around the pool. Bring back your tools. So bring back the pressure washer. Grab the UV light. Turn it off. Put it in there. Now we have 2 pieces of trash left, and we are done. And I left those 2 pieces of trash, so I know that they're going to be hard for people to find, but they're right here. Shablam! They're hanging on the fence. So if you're missing 2 pieces of garbage and you haven't gotten these, now you know where they are. All right, let me just go turn that light on here. One momento, please. I tell you, reaching for that light with my shoulders is so painful. So painful indeed. All right, so that is a step 1 through 9 plus the bonus objective done. We can press the tab key, go into the email, complete it. And I've already mentioned it to the developer. This needs to be recentered, but we got a certificate saying, thank you for your help in building a wonderful plank pyramid. We would like to present you with a certificate of appreciation from class 3B, 2B, 2B. So we got $1,000 to do the job, an additional $100 of completing the plank pyramid, and so we now have $1,880, and we have the final one that's available to us at this time called the Aqua Park. Now, we do not have the time today in order to play it, so we'll just leave it at that. So, as always, though, I gotta say thank you very much to all you amazing peeps and persons for being here today. Does that say thank you for watching? Yeah, okay, good. I did put it on the right screen. But you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that this is definitely showing you how to play the game, how the game is being forwarded to play it. I'm enjoying it so far. I've had a ton of fun with it. I'm enjoying working with Ruben, the developer. From here, I'm actually going to continue playing on my own the Aqua Park. I'm going to test that one. And there's another, I think 2 levels after this, I think that unlocks once we finish Aqua Park. I'm pretty sure a couple more open, but I haven't gotten there yet because I haven't finished Aqua Park. It's going to take a while. It's a big one. So I'll save that for the next episode, guys. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll finish that. We'll continue playing with that one because you guys will want to see this one. It's a fun one. I like this one as well. So as always, thank you so much for being here, folks. Greatly appreciate. Don't forget the usuals, the like, the comment, the subscribes, hit the notifications, you know, all the goodies. Once again, huge shout out and thank you to Curtis Wagner for his super chat here today. You're awesome and amazing. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, just like these awesome and amazing channel members: Ebuzz, Indigo, William, Karsten, Spider at Devin, Any64, Jack, Lean, William, Schmiedel, Eden, Renee, Little Mac, Bud, Crystal, and Shane. Thank you so much. You guys are heroes to the channel. As always, no matter where you're on the world tonight, folks, I hope you have yourself a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon. Thank you for taking the time to kick back, relax, unwind with me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later, folks. Bye-bye.